earlier in the day. I took actually a long on NQ. Today captured I think like 38 and a quarter on a few contracts, and that was it. I mean, it was quick. Just come in, see if they give us something, and I'll explain the trade on NQ. But did you guys get any clues like of where we opened and how we behaved, and then what happened to the price action? I'll zoom in. Was the open important at all to you guys, and like the placement?
Yeah, it was around previous day value low.
Mm. Did we brief? Did we? Well, I think we talked about it a little bit, right? Um, where we open right next day, if it's inside, you reclaim it, or you open there and you offer a great bounce right out of the gate. And where do they go out of the gate?
Very high previous day.
Except poor high.
Came here, it swept. Oops, sorry, let me grab this. Okay, you come here, right, and it happens to be prior day high. You come here and you sweep it. You hit. You're basically going into a territory where you expect what? Who shows up
The
above
sellers.
you? Is it responsive sellers, aggressive sellers? Who shows up above the value?
Responsive.
So if the responsive sellers show up, right, like they did here, what's your first instinct then?
That price is going to come down.
Well, what's your instinct about the prior day value?
Rejecting.
Reject.
Okay, let's just talk briefly. If the price opened here and stayed here, what would mean about the value?
Rejected.
What price it rejected? If the price went here, what would that mean about this value here?
Rejected.
Okay,
Oh,
if
that
the
they
price
accepted that. They accepted it at the top if it's over the top.
we tried to go up top, we found a responsive seller, right? Uh,
Mhm.
and that's okay. You found one, and price comes back down. They came back right there, kind of around the value area, very close to it, right? There was a little bit of, I mentioned, a few levels, even on NQ. I was mentioning, I believe, though, I think it was 73 on NQ. We'll go check the chart. That I was looking, for a long there, and it was the same setup here. If you think about what's happening, I'll mark this value here, maybe a different color, just so you can kind of illustrate the point. Let's go to purple. Okay. So would you guys say that this was a 2 day balance? These 2 days were like a 2 day balance?
Yeah.
One encapsulates the other one in the range, and the values have a pretty good 90% overlap. I would say this is a 2 day balance. So if this was the fair value of the prior 2 days, which is right here, let's make this also purple. So if this is the value of the prior 2 days, we went below it, right? We offered, we created a poor low, we fixed it with another poor low, and then of course you get a little gap, and now you open on the top quadrant. I would say, you split this into four pieces if you like, and see where is the most price action in this square. I would say a pretty good amount of price action happened in this, first quadrant of this zone that we're in. Well, you open there, right? And then you sell off, let's say in the bottom quadrant here. You came to the 2 day POC, and what do you say? What is market telling you?
You don't want to go to like value area low and value is above POC.
Repeat again. Did
And
everybody hear that?
Sorry, I did
Repeat
not.
it again.
Yeah, so at POC they are saying that the value is not below POC and they are have to search for value above POC.
Yep. So they did a reversion to the mean, classical, right? I would say you go on the back above, you get rejected, then you gap above the POC, and then you're coming back for a retest, and they're like, well, that 2 day fair price is now seen as a good price. What do you think follows? You're gonna
Aggressive
attempt to
buying.
break the boundaries at the top. You're gonna expect to crack the 2 day value area high, which I would say if this is our 2 day value area high, we can delete all of this. But let's say this orange line is our 2 day value area high or yellow. Is there any participation here? It seems like you have a mini, balance being created right at a 2 day value area high. So if the 2 day value high is here, and now we're in the top quadrant, and now you see this volume POC is where? You guys see this little profile here? I should make this easy. I'm not gonna change it tomorrow. So now if this is this profile here, let's say, so green and purple. So the purple is 2 day value area high, POC, and then the 2 day value area lower, sig one. You basically open below, you bounced off the TPO where you spent the most time, but not volume up until today and or the day prior. And then you're basically saying, well, now we're going to shift, but you're not rejecting. When you find access inventory or supply, what's the typical reaction that you get?
Like
So
aggressive selling.
Does it look like this? Guys, I'm on 5 minute candle. This was a quick auction and a sell off.
yeah, based on single
Remember,
close.
this is somebody moving a couple of $1 trillion auction down. This is not your mom's and pop's auction of selling ice cream somewhere in a park. This is trillions of dollars going, getting flushed in 5 minutes, guys. You know the speed they have to do that to get rid of it. But that also tells you
Wow.
about what if there's somebody willing to sell. What does the other side do? The other side has to buy. And then you zoom out like on 3 hours, and let's see who remembers it. Does anyone remember this green zone that we kind of drew here and why we drew it?
I think that was one of the
The
distribution.
top bracket.
Yeah, remember we said we talked about that there was like 6, 7 days balance high that we were coming back inside of it out on that we are over 15 if you guys remember. Let's see somewhere. It's right here, the purple. I'm sorry, this chart here. The purple zone was that LVN that we talked about. I think maybe me and you talked about the heart of it at one point. It was 504 to 499.75 or something like that.
Yeah.
That's the area that split the larger auction and the value. Like that's where the heart of it was. And I said we talked about, a couple of setups that were there available. And we talked about us trying to get into this zone. Remember when I said we were actually, I think we are either live or I was chatting with you guys. And I said, please don't be long here. This wasn't a spot to necessarily be long here. We were looking for short opportunities, but now something else is happening. And earlier I said 75.15. I don't know if anyone saw the message. I said 75.15, 16 again is a pretty dangerous spot. And if you look at the ATH, look what happened.
Yeah, they bounced from there.
Right off of it. So longer term auction now is saying what? This is critical for you guys. If you're new, this is fairly important. Maybe I'm talking too much, but let me just delete these brushes.
Ultimately, they're filling that gap, and then kind of price shifting upward.
Yeah. So what is happening with value? The same thing that let's say we did on these two profiles, and you can do it now. You're seeing a little bit, now in the 2 days here, and maybe a little bit of this distribution here.
The weekly shows it pretty good.
Yeah.
TPO
Yes. I'm gonna break it down. So now take a look at this. So now you have what?
double distro.
You have a clear double distro, and what is happening to the LVN of distribution of the value? Where is it happening? Well, just take a look at this value area high here that we drew, and then on the volume profile, it's right here. So it's literally the splitting at a prior value area high where the extreme was. And even if I combine these two, this is still like an iceberg here now. Like time wise, this is massive here. This is a level that you can treat now as target. So let's say tomorrow we lose the 75.43. What do you think happens? What would you target? You're in a bracket.
You'll see.
The middle of that iceberg.
It's going directly to 75.21. So if your profit is 26 points, and let's say you get in at 42, so your profit's going to be about 21 points. If you get in here, what's your stop loss?
At least above 52.
So you can come here and kind of see if your stop loss is, let's say, you're going to be targeting here, 43. If you do something like this, it's a trade 3 to 1. Is this a pretty good setup for a short? I would say so. I think you can look at, how's our balance been? Are we aggressive? Are we setting wide days or not so wide? How's it looking lately?
Today was
Yeah.
not that
Yeah.
much.
No, like
Uh, It's not like massive range. We had it maybe, last week, but in terms of range, this was pretty big. Then you had Monday, which was, I would say, the widest we've had. Ever since then, what is price doing?
Kind of compressing.
Oh, it's compressing. So now, considering that it's time for news, because it's a very important level for the market. If they do fail tomorrow, let's say, and they go below that 75.43, I think there's a problem there. I would probably just put something off of this level right here. Let that, whatever, 48.75 be your spot. Because that's the bottom of this, I would say, green zone. It matches perfectly. If you can't hold this, then the market's telling you something about an attempt here. So far, they're telling you, hey, let's shift the value, right? But where are they trying to go? They always ask yourself, where's the auction trying to go? Is it trying to go higher or lower? Well, I would say other time frame auction is on the longer period of 7 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, shifted down. Right. For 2 days we had lower lows on value. Now we have higher high and higher lows prior to this. We're trying to shift the auction. And if we find acceptance and hold this tomorrow, what do you think happens?
Go at least to that HAN.
Yeah, accumulate and
This is your
all time.
PT1. This is your PT2. Don't fight it. It's gonna be like this. You go take a nap, cut grass, you come back, cut grass, and cut grass. You just don't touch it. You can move your stop loss maybe here somewhere, right? And just walk away. It will grind, it will announce MU. It's gonna be all kinds of news coming soon. So there's only two things. We break 75.43 down, you turn bearish, crack about the 75.48 tomorrow. Um, stay above it. We stay bullish. And what are they rejecting in the moment?
Green zone.
Yeah, pretty big level here for short. And look now, this overnight 2-day POC is like right around there as well. Gives you a pretty good combo now. That's this has a very good chance of playing out. Actually, it would probably go a little bit lower. It would go up here. Yeah, it would go up here. So now just watch this zone and put a stop sell right here below it, maybe a quarter below, and let it go. There's some single prints here, but so far we'll see. They're rejecting this value. There's a zone here if you include ETH. Why is this one being highlighted? Does everybody know? Why is there a zone
Lapping
here?
value area highs.
Yeah, we have overlapping value, right? So you're building your overnight value was here and here, and I think if you turn SVP, you might get the same. A little bit higher. Well, close on this one. POC is the value area high, and then this one's very close-ish. It's actually volume is higher on this one to the top. So as long as they hold this one, they're good. Uh, if you can crack this zone where we are trying to get into really, really speed up this price action or drag it along like this, you got to get in here. You have to get above 48 and whatever change, call it 50. You got to get above in there and not get rejected.
I think 63 was the previous week value area low.
Yeah. Uh, P-
That's what I was kind of looking for today. See if they got in there.
just hide
And
that.
it got rejected like pretty nicely today.
On the TPO, sorry.
TPO
Yep.
should be very close.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's very close. Look at that value area low on the volume profile. Almost, almost to a penny.
Yeah, I actually shorted this level.
I mean, it was good. I think I also said something about this level. It's not a level to be long. What you need to see, if you want to get in long on a crack of 48, I mean, be my guest, right? I mean, eventually you're gonna eat one of the fast ones, right? You really want to see them, man. Let's go above here and spend time and not get these candles. But what does that tell you about the seller?
Aggressive passive seller over there.
Oh, not aggressive passive. He's just passive. He has a lot
Yeah.
to sell.
Just sitting there.
He's just sitting
Yeah.
there and giving you a little bit of inventory. But this is very interesting here. I don't know if you guys see it right here. This is very interesting here. I see that little ledge with a small LVN there.
That's even more evident that there's a lot sitting there, huh?
Oh
I
my
mean, it's
God, look at
instantly
that.
coming back.
That is pretty wild. I haven't seen one of these in a second. That's a pretty big ledge on a weekly. Came right to it. I didn't even see it till I zoomed in. It all blended in somehow. That's pretty massive. And you can see it in a week prior as well. You had same zone kind of splitting. And this time they didn't really like that zone either. Same zone. Slide throw it down. Same zone. Same zone. I'm glad you told me to look at the weekly here. But we
On
do
the
have a little bit of a poor high though.
on the non-ETH. I noticed how it was filling in that because I think the last week I had that split in it.
Oh yeah.
It started to fill that in.
Yeah, I mean, look where the POC is now. You should have a nice double distro here, or maybe even triple here. And we're trying to hold this. Look at this ledge still. My God, what is going on? Reject, and then holding. We have a good chance to have a short squeeze, guys. Really good chance to run it. You know what will happen to anyone that was super short? Oh my God. Oof. It would be pretty bad if they don't squeeze them and give them a little shakeout. Would have seen it. This is your half year profiles, and I mean, just I'm gonna go on 3-day auction. But my God, if they lose this area, if we do get a distribution and sell out of this bigger bracket here, oof, God bless your 401ks. Anyone wants to take a bet that we will be at 6995 here by October 30th, I'll take it. I say we're gonna be
POC and a area I've
here.
lined up perfectly.
I haven't seen this in a minute. There's a pretty good chance we're gonna be here.
It'd be pretty quick too, huh?
Oh, well, I think now what I'll do is if we go, let's say we clean up this auction here, think about, man, they can deliver, trap the Bears, now trap the Bulls one more time here. I think somebody would lose their life here because oh my God. Just think about the pain that they would deliver on this right here. All our triangle trenders, right? They're gonna come here and go above. You lose this, be pretty good. I think it would be a time for something like this. Ah, it's not bad, 9%. Ideally, they give you something like right here, but this POC is pretty good PT target, really good. Set up for. Yeah, they gotta hold that 50 tomorrow. They really have to hold 50 tomorrow. Tomorrow is a big day for the stock market. Seems like they know that.
It's a coincidence how it
Candles.
always happens.
Look at the parking brakes here. RTH, of course. And look at the bounce now. Well, I think this is setting up for a pretty good short overnight, guys. And that 43 is so important. Very important. They had that distribution here down. Oops. What's important from this distribution? You had this one. You cleaned up this lower low here with this distribution. This distribution did not clean up right here. We bounced, and then the next day we gapped below. I wish this did not happen here, but give a little bit of a higher chance. But they're gonna revisit somewhere about, I think, 33 might not be a bad exit. Watch for a trim here. Alrighty, well, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be on. I'll jump on probably in the morning trade and then see if we catch something. I'll trade live.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Shorty.
Jordan.
Alrighty,
Good night.
you guys.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Good night.
Hit it.
Bye.